This video is going to look at a short story from the comic book Peter Parker, The Spectacular Spider-Man. It's a special issue that I want to cover because JJ has always had this grudge against Spider-Man. This story covers a very important topic in the Spider-Man universe. The two of them finally get to sit down during a special interview and talk. JJ turns on his recorder and they begin. Spider-Man has agreed to a 1-hour exclusive interview to James Jonah Jameson, and in return, he will tell Spider-Man what he knows about Teresa Durand, and also to not write about him for 1 full year on his blog. Spider-Man is starting to think that old JJ doesn't really know anything, and maybe he's wasting his time. Teresa Durand was an ex-SHIELD agent. She stole classified material. This contained information about how to defeat certain superheroes and certain supervillains. JJ was trying to find out if the information was real. They started working on how this could have happened in the first place. It seems like the majority of the information was of a technical nature, but where did SHIELD get that? The man who supplies villains with technology is Phineas Mason, the Tinkerer, and his brother, Hoffney Mason, aka the Mason. The superheroes use his services, but his lab was destroyed by his brother. JJ comes up with a theory. Maybe the Tinkerer stole the superhero data from his brother and sold it to SHIELD, along with his own data on the supervillains he supplies technology to, and is now trying to cover his tracks. JJ would ask Spider-Man why he's doing this. Do you get some sick thrill running around in your tight costume, messing up people's days? Spider-Man responds with a joke, saying, "Just yours, Jonah. It's always been just your days I yearn to mess up. You are my everything." But the real reason is that when he was young, someone close to him had died. It was a senseless, random act of violence. But I could have stopped it, and I didn't. He does this because he can't let that happen again. He does this to save people. But JJ does not accept this reason from Spider-Man. He calls him a clown, and he endangers as many people as he saves. JJ remembers the time he first saw the Amazing Spider-Man on TV a long time ago, and he does admit when he saw Spider-Man that day, he truly was amazing. He was a great performer, and JJ says that Spider-Man should have stayed as an entertainer. He thinks Spider-Man wears the mask so he can be a vigilante and answer to nobody. But it's really to protect the people that Spider-Man loves. If his identity got out, they would all be in danger. But JJ says that Spider-Man does have to answer to him. He keeps him in line with his online blog. But Spider-Man disagrees, showing that JJ is also responsible for creating the Spider Slayer and the Scorpion, both which would endanger human lives. JJ is so obsessed with Spider-Man removing his mask. He also explains why he has a problem with men wearing masks. Decades ago, he got mugged while dating a girl at the time. He wanted to fight back, but the girl told him not to. This person wore a mask, and he always remembered what went through his head at the time. You coward. You damn coward. JJ really doesn't like Spider-Man wearing a mask, even going as far as saying that Spider-Man could have joined the police, the army, any other way to help people and show true courage, selflessness, and as part of an institution. JJ has always had this vendetta towards Spider-Man. Heck, when he became mayor, the first thing he did was form an anti-Spider-Man task force. Jameson had this great position in the city. He could have done anything, helped anyone, but he threw away money just to chase Spider-Man. There was even a time that JJ did accept Spider-Man as a hero, but after that, Spider-Man blackmailed him into giving him city property. But JJ doesn't accept the reason for that. It was Dr. Octopus controlling Spider-Man's body. Jameson just can't see that Spider-Man is trying to help people. Spider-Man retaliates by saying this: "You're tiny. You're worthless. It's just that simple. You've wasted your life. You've got nothing except your stupid vendetta against me." These words remind JJ about what someone said to him a long time ago. She told him, "Don't waste any more of your life on hate." These words put JJ into a very emotional state. He remembers when he lost his wife Marla. He also remembers when she was taken from him by Alistair Smith, and Spider-Man was not able to save her life. She did come back to him later on, but in the form of a clone, but he lost her all over again. Even if Spider-Man tries, sometimes it's not enough to save everyone. JJ says he lost his father, his daughter, his wife, and even the Bugle. The only thing worth anything to him now, it's also gone. It's like the world has rejected him. He calls to end the interview, as he feels he has nothing in life anymore. Spider-Man says that he does care. JJ doesn't need to feel alone. Spider-Man reaches for his mask and begins to pull it off. JJ watches and is shocked who Spider-Man really is. It's Peter Parker. JJ is lost for words. He just can't believe it. Peter Parker is Spider-Man. He explains what happened a long time ago. It was his Uncle Ben that was taken from him, and it was his fault. This was during the time when he was the Amazing Spider-Man. Uncle Ben is the reason why Peter does this. He's begging Jonah to look past the mask and see the man that Peter is. It's the same man that JJ has known all these years, the one that stood with him when his father married Peter's aunt. They've both gone through so much together. He tells JJ he does this to save lives, but as Peter looks at JJ's laptop, he sees that this interview was not a secret. JJ was trying to promote the interview by sharing the news online. A knock on the door is heard. It's the FBI. They just want to talk to Jameson, but he's still lost at words for knowing Spider-Man's true identity. Peter tells him that it sure is a lot to take in so suddenly, then leave, but he has to go. Someone out there might be in danger. Spider-Man is trusting JJ with his identity, and then the door bursts open. FBI agents enter the room, but Spider-Man is already gone. It looks like the FBI is trying to find Spider-Man also, since they label him as Target 2. Peter never saw JJ so broken before. He just wanted him to feel like JJ didn't have to hate him anymore. If agents were coming to JJ's place, then surely they will check on Peter Parker, since he's employed by JJ. He's got to check on Teresa in the meantime. He dumps his Spider-Man suit in a bag outside and goes home. He's got to convince Teresa to leave the city before anything terrible happens. But Peter is unaware that he's being monitored. As he goes inside, a message is heard. Just arrived, sir. The last image we see in this issue are police vehicles down below and armed men surrounding the building. They wait for the command to go in and take Peter. The rest of the story involves a lot of supervillains and heroes. It revolves around protecting Teresa and dealing with the Tinkerer, who eventually creates a very large Spider Slayer weapon, but he's calling it the Hero Slayer. And that's as far as I'll go into this story. I mainly wanted to look at the part where Spider-Man revealed his identity to James Jonah Jameson. What do you think about Peter's decision? Do you think it was a good idea or a bad idea? And how will it affect his life now? Put your thoughts in the comment section. If you want to see more videos like this one, just subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching. This is Carlos, and I'll see you in the next video.